I'm Tiana with Tiana Smith coaching.com, and today on this live stream and recording, I had several people ask me to who submitted their websites, landing pages, social media to review for me to take a look at to help them increase their attractor factor. The truth is, looks matter online and offline, and how we hold ourselves, assuming that when somebody comes to our website or somebody comes to our social media, always assuming they don't know you, they don't know who you are, and they don't know what you do. So this is always the assumption when I'm doing design and branding. So I'm about to share my screen in a minute, but first of all, I want to thank everybody who submitted their links, because it takes courage to be critiqued publicly, but this will help them, and it also will help you watching this. Of course, I have availability right now, and I'm actually having a special right now. If you're seeing this and you're one of the ones that I'm critiquing and helping review and audit, or you're somebody watching this and you want me to really help you, not just look at it and give you action steps, but to actually fix it for you, I have some one-on-one done for you work. And today I have a really special offer for 4 people that I'm going to help them redo a social media of choice or some other things next week. But before we go into that, let's just jump right into reviews. And again, I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm also not here to really consider feelings at all, good or bad. Because what this really is about truth and things that work. So I'm going to be as kind as I can be while delivering truth, because I believe the truth will set you free. And even if sometimes it's hard to hear certain things that you've worked hard on, the reality is if you go fix certain things, you address it, you look in the mirror, so to speak, you're like, oh, maybe I could work on that. Then you do it and you get some results and you get some sales, you'll be calling and thanking me. So I'm always looking at this from a perspective of, I'm not going to critique just to critique. I'm really only going to share something that would absolutely 100% from my 20 years experience online help you make more sales. And making more sales is not just this. Before you make a sale, just remember you need to grab somebody's attention. So you'll start to hear the premise of this. So let's get going. So here's my screen, and I'm just going to click on the post that was here in order of people who submitted their links. I've not looked at them yet. So this is just me looking at things. This is what I've done for a living for years and years and years. So here, let's go check a look at. So this is Doula Darcy. She gave me her website to review. So I'm just going to do the home page of the website. So the first thing is, I know what a doula is. And so I just feel like if I was going through this, like, again, I'm just going to let it go, because I am one of these people. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but let's just go through it. I think that your logo should be better. It's kind of masculine, and a doula is very feminine, and it should be very nurturing and comforting. So the fonts and the colors and stuff, like, honestly, I would just redo this. Get more doula clients. So it looks like you're an actual doula coach. So I would have that up there. Like, it is unclear to me until I go here. Um, Another thing is right up here near the top, something people don't always realize, whether it's a landing page, whether it's your website, is you want to always have, I'm going to give you some examples while I pull this up, a call to action, like somehow signing up on the email list, or a button above the fold. The fold is where the website comes. Right here. So what you'd want, instead of like, this is, you're saying get more doula clients in 2022. I'm confused about what it is you do from Doula Darcy. I think you're a doula for women who are pregnant. And then here you're saying you're a coach. So I'd say like, Doula Darcy, and I would literally have it right up top here, the doula coach, like get more clients or something like that, right? And then, or at least here say, hi, I'm Darcy. I help doulas get more clients so that you can earn a living you love doing what you love. Click here to learn more, right? So when people go to a website, hopefully I'm going to pull up. Sometimes when it's screen sharing, it's a little lower. So now you're getting into it and I appreciate that. But another thing is there's all kinds of different fonts. So you always just really want two fonts and really also sizing of fonts too. There's different sizes. These are uppercase. This is pink, blue, black. It's too many things. Like as a professional, like I would just click away from it. So the way to help this is to choose a font that you use, and all headers should be the same size. And whether you choose, if it's all uppercase, great, but you need to stick consistently to uppercase and lowercase as well as fonts and size of fonts. So see, now we have even more colors. Now this is good. You've got a cheat sheet. So that's good. I'm going to click on it to see where it goes. So now though, what I would really do is like, see, you don't even have a name here. And there's a free Facebook group. So I do a very specific way of doing this. So do you see how this is really simple? Like, here's my name. Here's what I do for these people. Learn more. It can either take you to the about page or you can go straight to an email list. Second part should usually take you to another button, a free strategy call, which is what this does, or it takes you again to a free offer. What I recommend you do if you're doing the free offer on here, like my website, is you want to take them directly to the free offer. They fill in their information. I don't have them get onto the Facebook group till this point because you really want their name and email before even inviting them there. So let me go back to your page. So really, it's really simplifying things, Darcy, where you want to say, hey, I'm Darcy. I help. Say who you help. It's just like, it's very like, it should be like, your go-to get it done business and funnel strategist to scale to six figures and beyond for coaches and course creators. Or, hey, I'm Darcy, your go-to get it done business doula, help you grab business clients so that you can scale whatever it is for doulas and whoever those are. If it's just fellow doulas, learn more, go to your about page or click here for a free call. Even it depends which way you want to do. So really simplifying websites is important. And again, same fonts, same headers, same size here of fonts. This is a quicksand font. There's a script here and a script here. So if you're doing two fonts, make sure it's all the same. So just to give you that example. So, Darcy, that's some feedback for you. I really would work on the logo. I would work on letting people know what it is you do right here. I mean, first things first, if you came in here and edited it, I'm always aware of, I know people and budgets and things like that. I would really come in here and just say like, hey, I'm Darcy. And I also kind of want to know your last name. So, that's what I would do. And then learn more. You want to always have buttons. And again, I would get all these fonts under control and have a call to action. Like there's not really, and then a picture just on the page looks unprofessional. If anything, at least grab an image behind here in Canva, add your colors here. And then also another thing, as I scroll down, you've got a lot of different colors. So I don't know what your brand is. You need to redo all of this and simplify it. And even like more information is not better, friends. Like this is for everybody. What you want is a very clear call to action. Our clear call to actions is always this: sign up on the email list, apply for a free call, or buy something. And typically we're going to the email list or apply for a call because buying something is usually a different kind of sale. You're going to do it through a longer term nurture. You can absolutely have sales calls to action, but they're typically not going to convert on a website. So simple is better. More information is not better. What you want is to get them a good idea of who they are and get them, once again, every block on the website should have a button to take action. And ideally, like I said, it's a button to either learn more about you, to book a call, more about you, or get on your email list. And then it's really clear, even testimonials, even in the middle of testimonials, like if you went to my website, apply now. See, so every block is having these buttons and every button should always be the same color. So that's a brief overview. A website overview is a lot more work than a social media one. So I'm going to just really stick to your homepage. Of course, you, Darcy, if you want more information, like I could redo all this and really make it look clear and amazing, and it's going to convert better. I'm assuming this is not converting very well for leads or for sales. And so you've done a lot of work here, and that's really good. So it's not that all that work, nothing's ever wasted. I would just say, like, we take that content, start to put it into sales PDF, start to put it into social media marketing, even email newsletters. This content can live somewhere on your website, but your homepage of the website, which is the main page that people come to and how people find you, really needs to be clear, to the point, calls to action, get them on an email list, get them on a sales call. Cool. All right. There's for Darcy. Feel free, Darcy, to message me if you have any further questions. Go look at some more people. I probably won't get to do everybody today, but I'm going to kind of scroll through. This is an Instagram for Christine. So Christine, let's go look at Instagram now. I love to do Instagram reviews. I was doing some yesterday. And any of you watching this, if you want to review, I do offer free short Loom videos to go over it. Of course, like, you're going to see that you probably need my help, but even if I always give tips and strategies and action steps, but really to really get the most out of working with me is hiring me or getting into my 6-figure club, because I really help people transform their business. This isn't about a few tips to get that one call. Like, really, these things usually need an overhaul. And then you usually need to know what your sales offer is, so that as you're posting on social media and as you're doing your website, it's very clear what you offer. And the line of telling people how to get a hold of you needs to be extremely clear. So, okay, so let's go look at Christine's Instagram. Bold, brave, loved, enough. Okay, so one thing is up here. You need to change the name to you. This is not a brand name. It's a cute name, but change the name of it to your name. And you can do an underscore if it's not available, or Christine underscore soul coach. Like, it needs to match this. So that's really important, that your social media, as you're a brand. If you think about Oprah, if you think about Marie Forleo, Tony Robbins, they're not putting a slogan or a cute statement here. You need to have your name there. You will thank me. Okay. So even if you had a brand name, then they all should be the same. Like, somebody has an agency. When I had an agency, everything was Firefly Media. So it'd be Firefly Media here, fireflymediaservices.com, Firefly Media Services. Like, there's never like a saying like, bring your business to light online. That used to be a slogan, but that wouldn't be my name. That's a slogan. So your brand name needs to always be up here. Okay. Second thing is, I would capitalize these things here. So that's good that you did that. So that's kind of like what it is you do and the title of what you do. So that's good. Now I understand who you are, but I would capitalize all this and even put everything in caps, because it draws people's attention. It draws their eye to it. And the first thing any of us do, and you should write this down, anybody listening, is grab attention. That's our first job as marketers for our business, is grab attention. Now, I would put another emoji right here. So I help women pause their hustle and ignite their soul care so they can thrive. Breath, mindfulness, movement. Get my free restore class here. I would use a downward arrow. This one's a little small, and I'm going to go check out where you're going. This is good. There's your free. This is fine to send people here. I like when there's not all these backgrounds. Like there's a thing with white space. As far as this is concerned, I would put a white thing here and make these a little darker. It just pops it better, but this is not bad. That's good. And I would just say free self-care goodies here, or free, I would say free, capital free soul care goodies here. Free soul care printable here, like whatever that printable is. Okay. So having it arranged more like this helps people go down really fast. It's not about more information. Again, it's about grabbing attention and having them take action. So everybody that's watching this, even put this in the comments, write this down. I'm telling you right now, grab attention, get their information. That is the number 1 and 2 goals, because they are not going to give you their information if you don't grab their attention. And they're not going to give you their information unless you have a real clear call to action. So you're welcome to copy this. You can come here, go there, and do that. Let's go scroll down through here. So, I mean, I like your vibe of stuff. It just looks like, and this is something that people don't always realize, it looks like, a personal journal for the most part. I do notice you have these certain colors that are down here. I would just say get really consistent at doing that. At keeping them, and it's nice when you alternate them, where if you look at your Instagram feed, it's kind of like a block, how it can, you want to keep drawing their eye down, making sure you're using the branded colors. Instagram, we can have a little bit of fun with fonts. There, you can usually use more than just two on a website, but you still want to use the same 2 to 3 fonts always. You want to always have the same colors, always the same logo. And then mix it in with in calls to action. So I'm not really seeing any calls to action here. You're giving value. So typically, a lot of times, what I find with people is they either are doing too many sales calls to action and not enough value, or they're just doing all value and no calls to action. We are in business to make money, and we don't make money unless we tell people how to buy from us. So on here, Christine, I would just say, like, get really consistent on, I would lay out like 9 of these things and go on Canva, and I'll open up my Canva and like really lay out 9 grids and have templates that you kind of use. Like, I have all my templates saved in here. Um, let's go here and say, so like if this was your so here's some of my Instagram templates. And so you'd come in here maybe once a week and create 9 posts, for example, or 14 posts, and make sure that they're all like branded to your brand, to your colors, and that they are including not just your awesome, selfie behind the scenes, but a clear call to action just at a glance, that I don't have to click on this image. So great job. I mean, I'm intrigued by you. I think you have a great energy. It comes through with Instagram. I would also look at simplifying these up here, have less. And if you do them, I like to have them all branded. These are a little bit off, you can see, but where again, it's this whole next level of branding, in my opinion. Like, when we're not celebrities yet, we really need to rely on branding and design to grab people's attention, because people don't know our names, right? And even celebrities, like you see McDonald's advertising and Macy's and big companies, because they want their brand to stay at the top. So when you do that, then you make sure everything's branded. Think of Apple, think of companies that you really love their branding. If I went to like Anthropologie, let me just go check out some brands that I like. What's really important is that it's always branded. You're not like, see how any Anthropology I search on there, it's the same A. So, and if they're doing everything centered, they have a professional marketer doing this, but all of us can search how to do this. You can search on YouTube how to do it. I've done some of these trainings from my 6-figure club, and see, they're doing the same thing. They're saying it's the line of things, shop now. Go to the top of the top people and see how they brand, and you'll notice it's a next level. And what's really cool about online marketing nowadays is all of us have this opportunity to do that. Everything's out there. So we can go look at the top of the top at people that you admire. Don't go to even a competitor. I say go to the very top in the world. We all can click there. So Christina, I like your vibe. I like these colors you've chosen. I would just say you can really up level it through that. And I would love to work with you and really help you come up with a plan to go. I mean, you obviously are passionate. You're being consistent about your posting. I would guess if you're not converting, that there's not clear calls to action to join your email list. Really, it's not that clear. And you probably don't have a 10K a month, 20K a month plan of action, but you absolutely could with all you're already doing. And it looks like you're on Kajabi. I can see the Kajabi logo up here. And also make sure you go change in your Kajabi that favicon up here, right? So this is like the favicon. There's little things that are up there. So make sure that, like, so people wouldn't know that's Kajabi. So just some side notes. I hope that helped you, Christine. I think I have time for one more review, and awesome. And I'll come follow you. Go change. I hope that when I pull you up, though, it says Christine up here _ soul care coach, or Christine _ your name. Let's go brand your name. Okay, cool. Thank you for submitting. Okay. Richard, let's see how many I have here. These are websites. Personally, I'd prefer to review ones that a coaching website. There's a lot of reviews here. Let me see if I can get through them. I have a call in a little bit. Let's go see Richard's. Okay. So first thing first here, Richard, I don't know who you are. So let me tell you, when I go to a landing page like this, whether somebody sent it to me, like I don't know who you are. So part of the reason, and when I do landing pages for my clients, and let me go grab my 3-hour checklist for you guys. Biz links. I'm going to go grab I want to show you guys something that I do for landing pages. Okay, so here's a new one I did. So even when I do like, here's the 3-hour checklist, I have my face here and I have it at the bottom too about me. The reason I do that is once again, like I talk about on all these things, you have to assume that nobody knows you or who you are. And this is why it's really important, once again, to have consistent fonts, consistent size of fonts, the buttons all the same, because that, even if they don't know who you are, they can tell you're a professional. So they're like, oh, maybe I need to know who this person is. So when I go to this website, again, also changing favicons is a big deal, because when you guys have these favicons that you've not changed, it also shows like you're probably doing it yourself. And as someone like me, who I believe in selling high ticket things, whether it's $1,000 or more, also countdowns, like I don't like fake countdowns. So I feel like, so personally for me, I'm going to share a personal thing. And I've heard it from Sabri Subi and some other top people. They cannot become a boss in 8 minutes. This is a promise you just can't keep. So really, this needs a totally redone kind of thing. It's good that you have this. That's great. Cause now I'm like, oh, it's a real person. Great smile. I would put a different color behind you. Red is known to be like alert. So when you already don't know somebody, even a white space or a circle with a yellow behind here would look a lot better, Richard. And then again, branding and colors. So just like the other sites, and even when people are closer to it, this is such a thing. It's taking time to use the exact same fonts for every header and the exact same size. Think about in English. I want everyone to like really listen for a minute. If you know, when you were in high school and if you went to college, you had to follow a system or you would get a red pen. And I really want you guys to start to look at your landing pages and your websites in this kind of way. And I did really good at English because I'm a good student. And I didn't like to have that red pen all over my page. So please, everyone, if you can listen to this, it makes such a difference. Why it matters is because you need to give people safety when they're looking at your page and they don't know you. This is subconscious things and conscious things. So one is, if your colors are all over the place and your fonts are all over the place, then people won't take you serious. They're just going to click away because you lost their attention. So in order to gain their attention, you need to make them feel safe and secure. Think of it like an anchor. Okay, like a boundary. So when the fonts are all the same, the colors are all the same, the branding is the same, then people feel secure enough to stay there if your text has caught their attention. But people aren't even going to read your words if all your branding, the colors and all that. Branding is what I mean by that. Messaging is your words. Like, what words are you using to communicate to people? But if your branding's off, then they're just going to leave right there. Okay. So really, Richard, this just has to be started from the top, because I don't pre-written ads. I don't even know what that means. And $300 a day blueprint, it doesn't. And here's another thing. $300 a day is a lot of money. Let me add something up and tell you this. So if I add up 300 a day, well, 3 times 3 is 9. So that's like what you're saying, $9,000 a month. Did I misadd this? I think that's what it is. So 300 times 30, I'm just going to use my calculator. Yeah, 9,000 a month. That's a 6-figure income. So if the person advertising this is where people get this wrong. Let's use some common sense here. If somebody's saying that they are able to give you a $300 a day blueprint, that's 9,000 a month. Then why wouldn't they have spent a couple thousand of their 9,000 to build a really good landing page? Do you guys see what I mean? So I also know this is lead pages, which I know is only like $37 a month up to $87. I know because I'm in the industry. So all these things don't look like money. So if you're wanting to sell something that looks like money, I promise you, I bet you've not converted one person here. I'd be shocked. And it's not because there's not a potential to do it, but you don't lead a landing page to a sales offer. What you need to get them right away is their email. And how you do that is by giving them really good value right up front. So when I give people this, the 3 simple daily steps to market your business that no one else is telling you to actually track. And the other thing is, see how this is all above the fold? I've got a screenshot of what they're getting. Here's a picture of me. If you have any of this, that's great. If not, it's fine. I literally just added this last time. I've never put it on a landing page, and I've had all these for years. I've been in media since the beginning because I've been a marketing in an entertainment company, right? So then you're telling them what they're getting and why they should have it. And then it's their information. Then you'd go on to telling them more. This is where a video would come. You're going to tell them what they want to get, and you can have them join a Facebook group. When I was talking to Darcy earlier, when I talked to you about that flow, so then they could join this, and you create a stocked pond. So Richard, what I'd really say is like, this honestly just needs a total redone. What you need to start with is like a picture of what you're giving them. So if it was like our learn our 300 a day blueprint, it's for free, but you're going straight to selling. Like, it's just not an approach I believe in. This is a sales page, not a landing page. And sales pages, if there's going to be a sales page, it needs to be totally laid out in a really gorgeous way for it to convert. And even a perfectly designed, gorgeous sales page maybe converts at 0.001% to cold leads. And this is why professionals in the field, who write these kinds of books, which I'll recommend, like Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Sobi, highly recommend everybody gets this. My trainings, I teach this $100 million offers. They all teach the same thing. I learned the same thing before I read those books. You have to lead with value first. I don't believe in sending ads or sending people to sales pages. I actually usually don't even use a sales page. It's usually a sales call, or people have been on my workshops. They've been on my list. They write me, they're ready to sign up. We do a call and I send them an invoice, or they go to a checkout page that automates, a $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 sale. So believe me, I know how to sell, but this isn't the way you want to go. And so you can take this content, it's not for naught, but I would completely redo it where it's more of a level of, you need a picture over here of what it is you're offering, a picture of you here, by why it works, what they're getting, why that works. And it really needs to be the freebie. And white space is really important. This is something that Facebook uses, Google uses, Apple uses clearly. This is too many dark colors, in my opinion. It doesn't typically convert as well. You could use a black block down here, but new success system allows you to stop. And I mean, I think that this is not an overnight get, but it sounds like it is. So I don't even like to say that, because that makes people think, yeah, it is. So and it's good. You have this, it's affiliate marketing, but I would just really look at a different business plan, honestly. And if you're doing this kind of thing, just really follow more the layout of this kind of layout if you're going to do it. And if you want a video, like you could put that video right here, and then about you, I would just simplify it, give them the free blueprint, have a video about you, and then you could tell them about your sales things once they're on your email list. Cool. I hope that was helpful. Okay. So Richard, that's what I would say about that. And okay, I think I have time for one more. Let's go to another website. So Zoe has Rappaport Psychological Services. So I have a lot of experience with therapists, just so you know. I've helped a lot of therapists create extra streams of income by taking their knowledge and creating high ticket courses, as well as therapists who went more into calling themselves a coach, so they didn't have to work with insurance things and claims and all that stuff, where instead they call themselves a coach, but they have all the knowledge of a real therapist, rather than people that go get these little certifications and stuff, like you're a real psychologist or a therapist. Okay. So because you gave me your website that goes to your therapy business, I will review your website from that perspective. For upcoming grief in early 2022. What I would do instead of this would be, people aren't going to usually sign up that much for wait lists. What I would say is sign up for our new grief checklist to overcome grief and get on our wait list. And then I would have them sign up and give them a freebie. What really converts for people is freebies, checklists. That's how you get people on the list. Like wait lists aren't great. give them something while they're waiting, and then they're on your list. They're on this grief list. So that's number one, is I would change your offer there. Also, everything's really blue. I would, from a color standpoint, I would have some orange or something like that, like the pop here, because you want your button to be a brighter, a different color. This is cool colors, blues and purples. It's in the cool color palette. I would have a warmer button color. So as we scroll, there's all these. Therapy service for women who are looking to connect with their authentic self. Now, here's what I'm wondering, and this is the same with like Darcy. Who's doing it? Is it a lot of people? And I would say who it is. Like, I'm always wondering, well, who am I talking to right now? Who's saying this? And heal from what? So this is where messaging and text really is important. And again, if it is just you, like Darcy's thing and like my website, I would have you over here and say, hi, I'm Zoe, and I help women heal from trauma, childhood trauma, abusive relationships. Like, you got to learn, people need to learn to speak directly to who they want to help. And being very specific about it is important, because then somebody reading it, women is just general. It's so general. So if you said, I help women who've been emotionally abused, raped, molested, heal from that to create self-love and also attract loving and healthy relationships. Now we're talking. Like, be real with people. It's therapy. So I think it's really important for, in any business, for us to really talk to the herd of it. When I talk to people in business about what I do, the reason I talk about six figures a lot and 10K a month is, like, a lot of us have almost 10K a month bills when we live in, any of the Northeast, the West Coast. By the time you add up income and savings and insurance, most of us need 6 to 10K per month just to survive with our families. So I talk about that. I'm like, I've personally had the lights turned off on my home before as a single mom, and I had to come up with $900 to pay electricity. And why I'm sharing why that's relevant for this is, when you talk to the hurt of people where they've been, then they can actually relate to it, and it can take away the shame. And these are, when people come to a website, they're really looking at it. They're alone usually, right? They're on their phone, they're on things. So really talking there. So I want to know who it is. So I actually want to go to your team now. So Zoe, you're there. It looks like you do have more therapists, but if you're the one running it, I still like to see you, and you look beautiful on the homepage, because it's important for us to connect with the human. It is proven that we connect with humans, and especially with a smile, or at least like eyes have to be there. And even if a grin, I know these are harder, deeper topics, but it's giving them the hope. So we connect with humans. So hi, and you can say, I'm Zoe, the, CEO of, and we help women. So you're saying your place, we help women who who've been through trauma in the past, heal themselves to create a healthy future and relationships. And then people are like, and then they see who they're working with. Cause it was so generic for me. And then, again, fonts and colors. So I would change this to black. Light gray is hard to read, and having that pop of color here. So I like the blues moving down, but again, same fonts, same font size for headers, same font size for this. And I don't like the whole wide width on these fonts. I would make it more in the center, meaning instead of it going all the way, because it's hard to read, you want to center it. Do you see how easy this is to read? Like, when you're centering things, this is what it's like. These things matter where we lay things out, right? So when I build things for clients, it's all centered in the middle, and for myself, so that we can really get a really good idea of what we're reading. Okay, so moving on there, schedule call. That's great. I'm going to see what it looks like when you schedule it. I would ask way more questions if you're scheduling a call. I would ask questions about, so I'll give you an idea of what I send to people. I want to get in depth, and I think it shows care, and it shows if they're serious about booking a call with you. And yeah, and you want to ask them questions. Are they investing in themselves? willing to? Have they done any therapy work? What are their goals right now for their health and wellness? What are they wanting to heal from? And you can also say something like, this is all private. This will never be shared with anyone. So you don't have to ask too much privacy. You could keep it generic for them. But oh, okay. It looks like that you go through some things. So you might have some of those questions. I would just make sure you do. Um, Otherwise, add them. And then these are too generic, girlfriend. You're beautiful. Your team is beautiful. I would get some pro photos in there, or even you guys like have one of you guys has a camera. I'm looking at a camera over here. Get you guys on these pictures. Have it where you're posing as each other's clients, sitting at a table. I don't like generic photos on a website because especially when I can tell they're generic. So really I'd be wanting one of you on these pictures sitting with somebody. And again, it could be you here, one of you faces this way with the back of your head. It makes just a really big difference. And then the colors. So you've got some great content. I just would really recommend, and then again, down here, these are really big fonts down here. I'd love to redo your website for you and help you out. I would bring in some darker colors, some warm colors. And instead of maybe starting from scratch, you've got a darker blue here, but it really needs to be gone through. And those little edits would make it look crisp, clean, higher, like it would grab people's attention more, and really personalizing these pictures and your messaging. So um, centering these things just from a design layout. I haven't gone through, like I mentioned, like website reviews are a lot more in depth than a social media review, but I would say like you want to build value. And then the other thing that I talked about up here too would be, I still recommend having a free offer on every website. You always want to get people on a list. They're typically not going to fill out a quiz right away, but what they might get is like, hey, get this checklist to get you started on your healing journey. And that's again where we would build a whole other funnel over here where it's like free it's self-healing checklist. The 3 things you can do every day to build more self-love and heal the past with this checklist. And you really, as professional, you can come up with that. I know because I've worked with a lot of therapists, and there's tools you can start to give people, and you want to give them a free mini transformation so then they're ready to hire you for a full transformation. So that's the time I have for now. I'll do a part 2 reviews because I promised everybody a review, or I might send some private looms. Anybody that's watching this is really important information. Everything I talked about applies to everybody, and you're probably seeing it. Why I like to do reviews of multiple people at the same time and do a little bit of a longer training is I think people think that like most people are getting stuck on the same things. I've worked with hundreds of clients. I've been in touch with thousands of entrepreneurs. Hundreds of people have taken my courses. I've helped a lot of people have their first 5-figure sale, 6-figure launches, and even 7-figure launches. And it's usually the same things. There's the branding, the color, the messaging. You really need to always have a free offer that you're pointing people towards to grow your email list. That's your business asset. And it's the day in and day out work of really showing up. And so that's what I teach my clients. And so any of you watching, if you would like me to review your thing, if you're interested in working with me, I have a really special thing today. So just send me a message, or if you're watching this video on a landing page and there's a button below me, you can click on that button to apply for a call. And yeah, just always reach out with any questions. I do reviews, and I'm here to help the world truly learn how to better market their business, especially those of you who are already tuned in. You're helping others. You know you're a professional at what you do, but more people need to know who you are so that you can stay in business, make more money, and also when you're making more money, charging what you're worth, you have more time to live your life. You know, it's a balance of all of those things. So to me, it's not just a landing page review, an Instagram review. I'm thinking about, what does your life look like? What do you want your life to look like? How do you want to use your website, use your social media to attract these clients so that in your free time, it's this whole combined thing. We want to serve the world through our business. We want to be paid well, and we want to have money for our families. These are desires and needs we all have. So I'm Tiana with TianaSmithCoaching.com. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped you, and see you soon.